Hello, good morning, and welcome to the news at 7. I am David Okwasale. President Buhari lauds legacies of late elder statesman Dr. Azikiwe. Governor Obiano calls for declaration of November 16th National Day honor of late Dr. Azikiwe. NAFDAC warns against use of bleaching cream to avoid cancer and kidney malfunction. On the foreign scene, Togo elects 12 female head of National Assembly. We begin from Onitsha, where President Muhammadu Buhari has officially commissioned the Anambra Azikiwe's Mausoleum and Conference Center after 23 years of abandonment by previous administrations. The president, led by Governor Willie Obiano, performed the function at Inosionera, Onitsha. Government House correspondent Ejika Bana completes the report.
Performing the function, President Buhari said it is an honor to the great Zik, who was a renowned selfless nationalist, stressing that Nigerians need the edifice as a commemoration of his towering sterling qualities and legacies. President Buhari expressed optimism that the building will serve as a reminder to the things that unite Nigeria rather than things that divide, calling on all to work towards promoting nationalism and public service.
This is meant to honor the memory of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Owele of Onitsha, the great Zik of Africa, and Nigeria's first president, and one of her foremost nationalists. As I reflected on Zik's life and all of what he achieved, I acknowledge that Zik does not need this house. It is we who need Zik's name to give this house a meaning.
Governor Willie Obiano, while asking the president to declare November 16th Zik's birthday as a national day, and appreciated the president for completing the project, which he said has been used to play politics over the years, describing it as a landmark project, urging him to continue to pay attention to other federal projects in the state and the southeast region.
The Mausoleum will become an important landmark in eastern Nigeria, in particular Anambra State and in Onitsha, and a worthy addition to the numerous tourism offerings of our great state. Indeed, Mr. President, we are grateful for this gesture and we deeply appreciate you for it. However, while we are thanking Mr. President for this mausoleum, we also pray to you to declare Zik's birthday, November 16, a national day in Nigeria.
Earlier, the Minister for Works, Power and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, said that the president has continued to pay attention to abandoned projects in the country, stressing that the problem of delaying the project was due to lack of funding, and regretted that the project was completed at such a high cost, even when it should have been concluded before now, adding that it will provide gainful employment to workers that will be engaged in the facility. The traditional ruler of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Achebe, commended President Buhari for completing the project. Ambassador Emeka Azikiwe, in his remarks, said that commissioning the project will be beneficial to their family, the state, the nation, and the African continent in general. Accompanying the president were the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, Minister for Labor and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, Minister of Science and Technology, Chief Ogbonnaya Onu, among others. With the president's visit, perhaps other federal government projects in the state will start to receive increased attention. From the Zik's Mausoleum and Conference Center, Onitsha, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Ihiala Council area have expressed support for Governor Willie Obiano and all ABGA candidates in the area, as ABGA faithful in the area trooped out in their numbers during the Governor's Thank You rally at St. Martin's, Odota, in Ihiala local government area. Government House correspondent Ejika Bana reports that the rally attracted prominent party leaders in the state. We have details. Addressing a crowd of party faithful at the venue, Governor Obiano reassured the people that ABGA will not forget the support it received from the people and promised to always work assiduously to meet their expectations. According to the governor, ABGA government in the state will create more job opportunities for aggrieved party members, stressing that is aware of the challenges in the area, while urging them to set aside their differences and come together as one to build a stronger party For the greater interest of all, Governor Obiano promised that everyone will be carried along in the party's programs and activities, urging them to show greater commitment in canvassing for new members, and declared that APGA remains the country's most focused and pragmatic party with a clearly defined ideology.
I'm in Nihiala local government to thank you guys for the massive support you gave me in the last election that culminated to the 21/21. I am also asking you to support all our candidates all the way. Support our candidates all the way.
The Transition Committee Chairman for Ihiala local government area, Chief Ifeanyi Odumegwu, said that Governor Obiano has consistently demonstrated ingenuity in governance, assuring that the candidates that emerged in the area are competent and will be voted for to support the governor. The Works Commissioner, Engineer Marcel Ifejofo, earlier highlighted some state government infrastructural projects in the area. The state ESCO members, including the Commissioner for Information, Mr. C. Don Adenoba, State Chairman of APGA, Sanobot Obi, APGA BOT members and party candidates in the area were present at the rally. The former national chairman of APGA and senatorial candidate for Anambra Central, Senator Victor Ume, says no other political party has the moral justification to challenge APGA in an electoral contest in Anambra State. Senator Ume disclosed this during the APGA campaign rally in Idemili North and South, led by Governor Willie Obiano. Correspondent Valentine Mbadawa filed a report taken from our studio.
Highlighting APGA landmark achievements in Anambra State within the past 12 years, Senator Ume commended Governor Willie Obiano for his commitment towards ensuring development of all sectors in Anambra. He called on every Onye Anambra who is eligible to vote to ensure that such good governance is sustained by voting all APGA candidates during the forthcoming January election. In a remark, a member of APGA Board of Trustees, Chief Remi Ezo-Onwuka, and the Anambra State Chairman of APGA, Chief Norbert Obi, noted that All Progressives Grand Alliance is the political party that is capable of giving Nigerians the good governance they all clamor for, and called Ndi Igbo to support all APGA candidates for equity, fairness, justice, and overall progress of the Nigerian nation.
I were 12 over 12. I went to the election na February and March.
On their part, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelu, and an APGA stakeholder, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, commended Governor Willie Obiano-led government for its various achievements, noting that the party's representatives are people of noble character and with fear of God, adding that electing all APGA candidates will help Governor Obiano carry out his function without hindrance, and every community will feel the presence of government through their representatives.
The governor is doing fantastically well, and we can testify to that. Oh, create to go, among other things, create to go the night and the weekend economy back in Anambra State.
The rally attracted people of Idemili North and South in their numbers. Major stakeholders, APGA Board of Trustees members, traditional rulers, political appointees, as well as other elected officials.
The heavy presence of grassroots and critical stakeholders at Njikoka local government area for a town hall meeting at the local government headquarters at Bagana in support of the re-election of Chief Dozie Nwankwo, member representing Dunukofia and Norcha and the Njikoka Federal Constituency. Correspondent Kenneth Kuchkwode was at the meeting and reports.
In his remarks at the meeting, the Transition Committee Chairman for Njikoka Local Government Council, Mr. Charles Okongu, reminded the people of the need for APGA to remain united by supporting those who has worked tirelessly for the development of the state from the federal, state and local government levels, noting that Chief Nwankwo deserves re-election to consolidate on his achievement.
On February 16th, and we must protect our immediate constituency.
The Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Science and Technology, Professor Teresa Obekezie, commended Chief Nwankwo for carrying his people along and being a responsive leader, noting that the gathering of all who came to support him speak volumes, pointing out that his re-election would do more for the people. Responding, Chief Nwankwo appreciated the people for their support, without which he said he could not achieve much, assuring that he will never disappoint them, as according to him, the development of his constituency remains his utmost concern to upliftment of lives of the people.
Foundation before buying a house. So when I have a house, we find that out. Now, if another house are upon the house, every month. As long as you want, they have free health care. But their house, one year, if I never got it. So now, so I got to continue that is a little bit ago. They provide the package. So these 3 years, you know, I will go experience and they go exposed to the workings of government.
The town hall meeting was attended by President General, party leaders, and APGA faithful, among others. From the Njikoka Local Government Headquarters, Abagana, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
And leaving politics now, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has advised Nigerians against the use of bleaching or skin whitening chemicals because they could lead to cancer and kidney malfunction. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Moji Adeye, gave the advice in an interview with journalists in Abuja. She said her advice became necessary against the backdrop of the recent seizure of a large number of skin whitening chemicals by NAFDAC in Lagos. The NAFDAC boss, however, advised Nigerians dealing in genuine foods and chemical products to ensure that their products get tested and registered with the agency to ensure they are safe for public consumption. She called for interagency cooperation as well as synergy as effective means of stopping the importation of illicit drugs into Nigeria. And on business, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has cautioned the federal government on the sharp increase in the size of the nation's external debt, which rose by 109% to $21.6 billion as of September 30, 2018, from $11.8 billion on June 30, 2015. The CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, disclosed this while briefing the press on the outcome of the meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee in Abuja. He said on external borrowings, committee noted that the increase in the debt level advising for caution, noting that it could fast be approaching the pre-2005 Paris Club exit level. Speaking further on the committee's position, Mr. Emefiele said the committee was not in any way neither on condemning nor saying external borrowing was wrong, but that adequate care must be taken to avoid a debt trap. Meanwhile, the committee retained the monetary policy rate MPR at 14%. It also retained the liquidity ratio and cash reserve ratio at 30% and 22.5% respectively. Emmanuel Momo, the Mr. Ideal Nigeria Earth 2018, has partnered with Population Council of Nigeria, a sexual and reproductive free health service organization, to launch a campaign on sexual health. In a new and commercial about the benefits of PrEP, which featured a 22-year-old supermodel and actor, the pageant king revealed the importance of PrEP medication as a way of tackling HIV. Both Emmanuel and the Population Council are working on setting up free HIV testing at the Lagos edition of the 2019 Mr. Ideal Nigeria, which is set to hold in February. With support from other Nigerian celebrities such as Linde Jofo, Basi of Big Brother, Bolanre Olukoni, and Mr. University Africa 2018 Tobe, the movement against HIV in Nigeria seems to be gathering a lot of waves. We move over now to the foreign scene. Togo has elected its first female head of the National Assembly following parliamentary elections that saw the ruling party maintain its majority. Yawa Jugodi Segon from President Forest Nasimbe's Union of Republican Party was chosen in a vote by her fellow lawmakers. The 47-year-old Segon, a tax inspector who previously held the position of parliamentary administrator, won 88 nominations from the 89 members of parliament who voted. She takes over from her party colleague Dama Dramani, who has been in the post since September 2013. Togo held parliamentary elections in December last year to elect 91 new members of the National Assembly, but the main opposition coalition boycotted the vote, citing organizational irregularities. Nasimbe's party won 59 of the 91 seats. Observers from the African Union and the West African blocs ECOWAS said the election was free and fair. Togo has endured nearly 18 months of political turmoil, including street protests calling for constitutional reform that have developed into a call for Nasimbe to resign. And on sports this morning, Egyptian club Ismaili have been disqualified from the African Champions League after fans forced the abandonment of Friday's home fixture against Club Africain, the Confederation of African Football has said. Ismaili fans threw stones and water bottles at match officials and the Tunisian club players, forcing Cameroon's referee Niet Alioum to order the teams into the changing rooms in stoppage time. The visitors were leading 2-1 then. CAF expelled Ismaili from this season's competition, having disqualified Algerian side Etente Sportive de Sétif after similar scenes in a match against Mamelodi Sundowns in 2016. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. You can like us at www.facebook.com/ABSRadioTelevision. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Before we go on the news this morning, the main points again. President Buhari has lauded legacies of late elder statesman Dr. Azikiwe. Governor Obiano has called for declaration of November 16th as National Day in honor of late Dr. Azikiwe. NAFDAC has warned against use of bleaching cream to avoid cancer and kidney malfunction. On the foreign scene, Togo has elected her first female head of National Assembly. And that is the news this morning. I am David Obokwasile. Thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning, Anambra continues right after now.